Hey, SideQuest fans, we have a special guest for his book that is already out that we are going to be reading, Vitalerium, and he just released a new trailer, and we're going to watch it with the author. So let's dig into it.
Let's do this.
Descend. I don't now. All right. So I haven't gotten here in the book yet with the these devices or things. Slava, have you gotten here in the book yet?
We've gotten to the portion of the book where the main protagonist, Roman, encounters a big old mound of Vitalerium.
Okay.
But devices are, weapons are explained so far. So I have a cursory knowledge of Vitalerium thus far. Let's put it that way.
All right. So I don't know what these are yet, but I'm pretty curious on why they have a formed structure instead of just the crystal form here. So, I'm excited about that. No comments from the author. All right. We'll keep rolling.
A storm brews on the horizon.
Read ahead and find out.
That's right.
Endless maelstrom.
And now, similar structure. Is this thing going to glow later, or is this like parallel universe stepping into? Well, also, is this looks like stone, but is it just a portal?
It's not a portal. One of the things that you discover on planet Diorum is that when the planet was first colonized, they uncovered these ruins from a previous intelligent civilization that had once lived there and for some reason just disappeared. And so littered across basically the landscape, you'll find these ruins of a civilization that they call the Gleph. And there's a lot of unanswered questions there, although you'll have to read more to find out exactly what that entails. But you'll see strange things like this, monoliths, different, caverns and things like that. And there's just a lot of questions that come up from it.
I love that because it kind of feels like real life. So we're uncovering things archaeologically, but this one just happens to be in space. I love the
It reaches forth
the background like atmosphere noise that you put in this trailer.
in the slums of the grind. Suffering and hardship will forge a soul.
It always reminds me when I see these images too from your book trailers of like futuristic Japan. So I don't know if you've ever been to Japan or that was an inspiration, but that's the way that it speaks to me.
Yeah, it's definitely the whole cyberpunk genre was like really inspiring to me. I love cyberpunk everything, whether it's the video game or the grandfather of cyberpunk, which is William Gibson, who wrote Neuromancer and the books in that series. It's like high-tech squalor in the future, because it's not a beautiful future. It is lots of neon lights that basically kind of cover up the disgusting conditions.
Yeah. One of your book trailers gave me Ghost in the Shell feels right away. I think it was the second one. It was towards the end of it where you see the Japanese writing in neon. I was like, that's so Ghost in the Shell, which is one of my favorite cyberpunk stories.
That's a good one.
And I love that you got the guy who read the audiobook to come back for the trailer.
No one saw.
That's fantastic.
Yet all will remember his name.
Okay, so space lasers. I haven't gotten to this part of the book yet. Is that thing casting down on Diorum? It's like doing damage? All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it took me a while to find one that would fit into some elements of the story that I have.
Yeah, I'm sure you put hours and hours. You probably scoured every stock image site ever to just find the few that could work for you.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was a lengthy process.
I bet. Well, I think it's reflected well in all the trailers that we've watched. Like, I can always tell that you as the author are being intentional in what you're choosing, even if and I'm sure this is the case, the imagination of what you want it to look like is not necessarily even being properly translated.
You're absolutely right. And one of the things that I kind of wanted to separate myself from everything else that was out there, and so even the cyberpunk genre, it's probably the closest thing to what I'm going for. But I'm a huge metalhead, And
Really?
that's the music I listen to when I write. Yeah, it's like heavy metal, metalcore, dark electronic,
Hell yeah.
and I wanted to carry some of that into the feel of the society as well. And so I'm in the process of crafting, at least in a visual sense, kind of this cyber metal version of the future that is a little bit more of like a mix between, rather than like that punky side of it, more like a gothic side of it almost.
Okay.
And
Like it.
that's what the ultimate visual version of this series will kind of turn into.
Oh,
So
man.
I worked with what I could find, but there isn't really anything else out there like that yet.
Right.
And so I'm still crafting and honing that.
So gothic cyberpunk.
Yeah, I think neon lights and like black clothes and lots of rips and tatters and lots of different kind of like almost like throw in like a gothic element to some of the structures, but in a like brutalism meets gothic type of architecture.
All right.
Have you done any of those like very tall, what do they call them? Like pointy fences that you'd see like around like manors? There's like a name for that type of fence, but the cyberpunk version, or cyber version.
You know, I haven't described any fences yet, but now that you say it, I'm gonna. That's my new project. I'm gonna have to figure out.
Let the record show I've inspired the story in some capacity. The fences, that's me. Anyone who watched, I used to do anime watch throughs with my co-author, and I used to do a thing where I'd count the wheels. So this is my second claim to fame. No longer counting wheels, but inspiring fences.
The powerful will stand in his
Okay,
way.
I know I just paused it, but this armor, is this like exactly how you want it to look, or is it just as close? Because I love it.
Just as close, because I actually have renderings of kind of what I want the authoritarian military police that you
Yeah.
run into. They're called the CP, the Coalition for Prosperity.
Of course.
That is probably the first thing that really took on that kind of like cyber metal type of look that I was going for.
That's great. Do you release those anywhere? I think I recall you mentioned a Patreon.
Yep, that'll be on the Patreon inside Vitalerium, and I think you can access some of those photos on like social media as well, Instagram, things like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Will stand in his way.
Flying cars. Reminds me of F-Zero.
Alliances will be forged.
Do we, in the first book, get to meet whoever this android is?
Nope.
Okay. Fair enough. No. Okay.
Be decisive with that one.
Will be forged and shattered.
I can't.
The
Can't.
journey
Whoa.
will be
Okay.
fraught.
All right. So we got a black hole here, and they're traveling to like. This is supposed to be a black hole, right? Am I?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Slava, have you gotten to a point where there's a black hole yet? Is there a black hole in the first book?
No, not in the first book.
Okay.
So like I said, oh yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, so this trailer is not necessarily just first book, but this is like Vitalerium itself, the series.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. As a whole, the overall story arc is. I've always been a fan of mythology.
Really?
Oh yeah, mythology, ancient civilizations, all that type of stuff. That's where I kind of got some of the inspiration for the Gleph. If you follow the whole series, what you're basically watching is the emergence of a future mythological hero and the kind of gritty truth of the events that bring him here, not just the songs that are sung afterward. You get to see kind of all of the darkness that's involved in his path toward becoming essentially the most important person in future history.
Wow. That's pretty wild. Okay. I didn't know you were into mythology. We will get back to that when you're on the show later, because I love folklore, mythology, the whole gambit. So
Hell yeah.
noted.
Will be fraught with danger.
Some weird creatures and this like massive battle of some kind.
Yet I fear not for the throne.
Do we get do we get, again, I'm not fully through the first book. Do we get a massive battle in space in book 1?
You do get a space battle in book 1.
Okay. All right. That's all I want to know.
Yeah.
That's good.
Not the biggest one, but you get some.
All right. Good. And this thing that they're flying through almost looks like a teleporter. Like between, zoom in and out, like a gate, like a Stargate kind of thing.
Oh yeah. So one of the things that I'll describe later on in the book is how we basically, an individual ship is able to travel at immense speeds now. So you can travel very far, but to go really, really far, because we're talking about the span of an entire galaxy, because it's not like the planets that are colonized are our solar system's right next to each other. They're dispersed throughout the galaxy. How do we utilize different structures to get there? And you'll see what I kind of came up with for that.
I can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
I hope you guys buy the book. It's called Vitalerium: Descent into the Void. It's book 1 of the 7-book series I've got. And then tune in for the next time I'm on with Slava and Jonathan, which will be sometime in the near future, where we're going to kind of dive in a little deeper into, the ins and outs of what happens in this kind of spacefaring odyssey. And
Can't wait.
And then as far as where you can find the book, you can get it on Amazon, Audible, basically anywhere you get your books online. And then my website, if you want to dive deeper into some lore that's not in the book, is vitaleriumseries.com.
Awesome. Well, we'll see you for the book club on Vitalerium.